I mean, I'm just worried about the people who don't have as many privileges like you and I. For example, like the hourly workers, like you're not getting any job, not getting any work right now, and so everything that they had planned for the spring, everything they had planned for the summer, is completely gone. And that
Mhm.
dealing with that plight and still having to keep a form of integrity is really hard for a lot of people. And so I'm really just worried about people just losing their minds, just not really keeping their values and their morals and their ethics intact because some things just recently changed, and it just really lets you know how our society is a big gap in equity, obviously equality, but just equity and giving everyone what they need, and making sure there's a fair share for everyone. And obviously, switching from online, with the community that we service, a lot of our community can't do that, compared to
Mhm.
others. And it just lets you know, we have a lot of work to do. And a crisis shouldn't occur for us to realize, man, there's a lot of inequities, a lot of inequalities happening. Let's make sure this doesn't happen again, So I'm really just
Yeah.
worried about the less fortunate, the people that don't really have the privileges like you and I have.
For sure. That's actually a powerful point that I haven't really heard anyone articulate quite like that, of that, like Maslow's hierarchy. If you're not getting food and shelter during this crisis, how are you going to treat people well? How are you going to do X, Y, and Z? Because it's hard to do that when you don't have food and shelter first and foremost.
Right. It's
I,
extremely hard, and it forces you to think in a animalistic or a barbaric way where you don't care about the common man. And during these times, that is the most significant skill that you need to have: caring about others, worrying about others, preserving others. Because the only way we're going to get through this is we all work together. But if we're thinking about the individual because we're scared, because we're panicked, because we don't have resources, we're not going to be able to get through this in the way that we want to.
is there anything that you think is going to change, just like in the fabric of society and the way that society functions permanently, or do you think we'll kind of revert back to normal, or anywhere in between?
Honestly, man, I think it's going to be business as usual.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think that's the unfortunate aspect of it, is that it's going to be business as usual.
Hmm.
Capitalism allows people to just be in the rat race, and they don't really think about what their what their output is doing to the overall environment. My wife is telling me how, like, the animals are coming back and the pollution in certain cities are going down because we're not in it. And that lets you
Hmm.
know how detrimental humans can be to the world, unfortunately. And because we're not science literate, because we don't really care about preserving as much, we really just care about preserving ourselves. Once everything goes back, then we got a paycheck. It's going to be business as usual. But I think for me as a scientist, someone who cares about the world, or someone who cares about humanity, I'm definitely recognizing that I definitely need to make sure that I'm not only preserving my finances, but I'm also preserving the world, because that will ultimately matters, man. Because if we don't take care of the world, it won't take care of us.
Do you have any final parting wisdom that you'd like to share?
Love, man. Love, love, love. Love your neighbor, love yourself, man. That's really, and have integrity with that love. Be genuine about it, and really, really put yourself in a position where you can, promote that.